Camera. We may as well go with the flow while I do this here on my own at home, as you're probably aware. And I'm doing that because I just really want to get this message out. So please bear with me if there's any of these little technical hiccups. Now, often I hear people will say, oh, we've had some chats and we've had some really good advice from our friends and from our family. And really, we've got to think about the kids. Now, just imagine, if you've got a heart problem. Are you going to take your heart issues, what is specifically wrong with you to, say, a foot surgeon? Well, you wouldn't, would you? And I guess with our cars too, we've got to take them and get them serviced. And typically we don't go and take the car in and just get the radio fixed, the oil checked, and then we come home and then we go back and get the brakes taken care of. And then we come back home and we go in and we get the tires checked, whatever else goes on with the cars. I like to drive fast cars, just don't know much about how to fix them. So I wouldn't even bother trying. I don't change my oil. I don't do any of that. I take that to the experts, to my mechanic, because they know what they're doing. And they're trained in it. And they've seen many different cars to know what they're really doing. Just as a heart surgeon is, you're going to go there and you might even get another second opinion to know that you're doing the right thing and you're in the right place talking to the right person. So I just wonder, you're in the relationship and you're not the expert. Unfortunately, we just aren't. And I wasn't my own expert either. And I too have a coach as well, because why wouldn't I? Because I can't do for myself what I can do for others. Look, sometimes I can, but not all the time. And then again, with your relationships and when we're talking to friends and families, look, it's a very, very natural thing to do. It's natural to sit there and think, well, what would why wouldn't I trust them or listen to their advice? But here's the thing, and I say this with absolute love to all our friends and family, but sometimes what our friends and family do, unintentional, is put their story onto you. For example, I hear many stories where people are referred to other people's lawyers because, you know what, they might have been a bit nasty and gotten them a little bit more. That's common. I'm sure we've all heard that. It's just like a referral. But the thing is, and what I really want to impress upon you is your friends and family, if they're going through and have had really bad divorces, that's what their normal is, and they become used to that. And unfortunately, we shouldn't be used to that. But that's typically what is going on out there. And I'm here to teach people how to do it differently as well, if that's what you need. And sometimes our friends and family, if they might have gotten, some different advice too, but maybe that's what maybe you don't really want that, but you're just not sure who to trust and who to turn to. And they're your normal people. But here's the beautiful thing about your friends and family and what's really going on for them. Often, they don't even know what to say and do. Is what is the right thing? How can they help you? So they do the best they can, which is what they think they've got to give you as the advice. And now somebody also, a friend who may be in a similar situation, as in not in a happy marriage, hasn't even owned that either, and thinks that maybe what she's doing is good. Because I've heard some things where one of the stories down the tracks, I don't know how long ago I heard this was, but one lady told one of the clients that I ended up working with that she should have an affair because she wasn't happy. It would fix the marriage and that they would then come back together, because that's exactly what she was doing. This lady was actually doing lots of other things that the other friend wasn't aware of at the time. And sometimes, again, it's just beautiful humans doing the best they can with what they have. But would you think that is the right thing to do? Would you like that to someone else to tell that to your partner as well? So here's why I'm saying stick around and listen to these videos, and why I'm keeping these short, just so I know your time busy, and I want you to be able to listen to this whenever and watch it whenever, and only take up a few minutes of your time. So that's about the people. And who else can you trust? Who else do you talk to? Well, there are counsellors out there. And there's Relationships Australia and all these other government funded places that are there for some people. They suit some situations. They'll often take a lot of time to get into. And counselling, maybe that's what you need. But often counselling is just sitting around and talking about the problem, trying to find who's at fault. But look, again, I'm not a trained counsellor, so I'm just giving you a broad perspective. Yes, there's psychologists, and all these things are great because a lot of people I hear want to get a benefit, the Medicare benefit, and not pay as much. And if that's okay, if that's up to you, you've got to trust what is right for you and your journey. I just know that when there's a good exchange of value and you know that you're paying for quality, you get quality. And when you're really invested in saving the marriage and doing the work, then you'll find a way. Because if I said to you there's $10,000 with your name on it waiting for you up in Darwin and you said you didn't have any money, would you then find the money to get up to Darwin to find the $10,000? So I just want to leave you with that. Think about that. And then there are people like myself who are specialized relationship coaches. There are other people out there too that if it's not me, because maybe I won't be the person for you. Maybe you're a friend watching this and it's too close to home, and I get that. But do ask who else is out there that can help you, because I do know there's a lot of great people here and in other parts of the world. So I hope you find that that is helpful. And at the end, I will let you know if you have decided in these segments it's time to end. Yeah, I'll give you some more information around that too. But let's see how we go, see how these videos work with you. And I'd love to hear from you. And I know this is just short, sharp information. Not a lot of questions are coming out yet, but the next one is where it all happens.